A little better, maybe.
I was working. Yeah.
You were working?
Having fun and working.
Okay, I see. Well, Buddy Martin will join us in the 4 o'clock hour. Mayor Kent Gwynn at 3:30. And today, because we've had so many people with it being election season, we've been inundated with people that have asked us to replay the Brad Rogers interview from earlier in the week about the upcoming elections.
You have to pull that up?
So we're going to do just that. We're going to do it in the 4 o'clock hour. Don't worry about it right now.
Okay, got it.
We're going to replay the whole hour interview, the 4 o'clock hour. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to have Brad Rogers. Then Mike Bianchi joins us in the 5 o'clock hour, talking about his Coach Boom, Coach Bust, Will Muschamp. What happens after the Florida-Georgia game, which is this weekend. Big weekend this weekend in football. We got the Vanguard Knights, your soon-to-be alma mater.
Yep.
Playing the Forest Wildcats. Homecoming for Vanguard. This is your last homecoming. Is it kind of surreal that you've already come to your last homecoming?
No, not really.
Did it fly by, or you think it felt like it took forever?
No, it flew by. Yeah.
You were in the 9th grade like a week and a half ago.
I know, right? Kind of like that. Yeah.
Now you've already started applying to colleges and everything?
I have, yep. I finished my application for Flagler College and a few others. And so, yeah.
You're really wanting to go to Flagler, aren't you? You like St. Augustine?
I do like St. Augustine. I do like Flagler. It is a smaller college, but I mean, I'm not quite sure. So
what if we could get you
going to UCF?
What if we could get you into like the film school at UCLA?
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, I don't do film really, but I mean, hey.
Yeah, but they still got the best school for teaching you TV and film in all the country at UCLA.
A prime area, so.
You know, that's where Steven Spielberg went to school. Mm-hmm. It's probably not a bad school. Mm-hmm. George Lucas went to school there. You know who he is, right?
Yes.
So, you know.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I better know who George Lucas is.
So, I'm trying to get my internet to work, and it's not cooperating today, Johnny Walker. It's really aggravating me, to be honest with you.
The internet is always down here.
So we're going to replay the Brad Rogers interview because so many people are interested in what Brad had to say about the upcoming elections. And, you know, it's very important that you go vote. Mm-hmm. And whether you are for or against Amendment 1, whether you're for or against Amendment 2, whether you're for or against Rick Scott, or you're for or against Charlie Crist, or the myriad of people running for the school board here in Marion County, or circuit court judges that are up for election, or county commissioners that may be up for election. Whatever is the reason or the people that are up for voting, you need to turn out at the voting booth and vote.
Yep.
I can't say that, and I can't stress that enough. Next Tuesday, the second Tuesday of November.
Every 4 years?
Every 4 years.
Well, every 2
years.
Actually, excuse me.
Every 2 years with the midterm elections and the presidential elections.
Yep.
Maybe the most important Tuesday in the country during that year. Mm-hmm. Because this is what decides our livelihood and how we're able to function as a people. And I don't think people understand that enough. Yeah. That's what Election Day is. It decides how we function as a people. It's how we decide who we send to go do, because we can't do like the old city-states in Greece, where every citizen would just get out on the town square and every citizen would have a vote and you decide things that way. That's pure democracy. We don't have that. We have a democratic republic. We elect people to go then be our voice. And if you don't do anything in that election process, you're shorting the ideals of the Constitution of this country, the ideals of the freedoms of this country, and the ideals of the Declaration of Independence of this country. Too many good people, too many good men and women have put their lives on the line and sacrificed for this country and the freedoms of this country for us to just blow off Election Day, saying, it's not that big a deal. Mm. It is singly the most important Tuesday of the year, in my opinion. And I wish more Americans felt that way, Johnny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, because I think everybody should participate in voting. I mean, because everybody has a voice and everybody has an opinion. It's just the fact that some people don't go out and vote, some people don't voice their opinion, and those votes and opinions do count. So, I mean, it is encouraged that every single person votes.
Every single person should vote. I agree with you.
And it doesn't happen, but I mean, we can't fix that. I mean, all we can fix is to encourage people to go out and vote. So.
My computer's still not working. It's driving me crazy. Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the mayor. The mayor stops in at the 35 after. Coming up next, though, I'm going to give you 21 dive bars across the country that you should go to, that you might want to go to. The scary thing is, I've been to 3 of them. We'll talk about that next. Plus, a unique way that a domestic abuse victim was able to call 911 without her abuser knowing she was calling 911. Whatever works, right? I'll tell you that story, too, coming up next on the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on The Source.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase process fixed rate alone.
Fumble!
I was so busy making my fantasy football picks that I forgot to stock up on inventory, and now I need cars fast, so I'm calling for an inventory blitz. Chris Spears here from Prestige Auto Sales. This month, bring me in your old car, and you could score the nicer, newer ride you've been fantasizing about for just $10 down.
Sack your old car.
And start driving the nicer, newer car of your dreams for just $10 down. Don't get fouled by past credit problems.
Our For the People credit approval process is the game changer you've been waiting for.
We huddle up the banks and lenders to help you get approved and back in the game. So stop driving a car you hate.
Punt it and drive a nicer, newer car for just $10 down today.
I'm throwing in a Hail Mary to make my month, and I need your help. Trade in your old car, and you could drive for just $10 down. But don't wait till the clock runs out. This deal is over when my inventory is full. I'm Chris Spears, and I'm a dealer for the people.
Visit us at Prestige Auto Sales or call 694-1234. Yes, 694-1234. See you at Prestige.
Hi, I'm Tom Ingram, CEO of Gateway Bank, the new old-fashioned bank. Let us introduce you to Ocus, a simple way to bring your business online. Through this relationship, your business can have a fully functioning website in less than 30 minutes. We will also provide you support with social media, sales tracking, e-commerce, and online scheduling, which is all optimized for mobile users. Ocus, now at Gateway Bank, Silver Springs Boulevard, Ocala. Come visit our technology center for your total small business solution. I'm Tom Ingram, and I'll see you there.
The next drink is on Dave Del Rio at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Just ask him for it. But don't wait. Show up soon because this offer isn't going to last very long. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill will be filling up fast because their friends from the north are headed back that way soon. The good news is that seating is now available and Dave's buying the first drink. If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and couldn't get in, now you can see firsthand what your friends have been talking about. Great food. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Floresiana menu. Great location. Check out those gorgeous sunsets over Lake Weir. Great people. Starting with Chef Dave Del Rio, who began his career in 1978. This spicy guy has been instrumental in opening over 100 restaurants. And he's buying you a drink. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill, where there's little or no waiting these days. Come see what started out as Jay Eaton's dream almost 90 years ago. It's more awesome than ever.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Fredericks Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Fredericks Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Fredericks Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Fredericks Appliance.
News Talk 1370 WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
Hey, I'm Gary.
And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my
too.
seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new
Yep,
trunk.
we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala. On a Wednesday afternoon, Kent Gwynn, the mayor of Ocala, joining us in just a few minutes via the telephone. Buddy Martin will join us in the 4 o'clock hour. I'm Tom Schmitz, along with Johnny Walker. Buddy will be here in the 4 o'clock hour. We've had so much people ask us for the replay of the Brad Rogers interview from last Thursday, that we're going to replay that interview in its entirety. We think it's important that you hear that interview because Brad, he knows a few things about the stuff that's coming up on the ballot for election. Plus, he has some his opinion on Silver Springs and how well it's been moved along since the state has taken it over. And he had some pointed remarks about not having a city manager or a county commissioner at this time. I mean, a county administrator at this time. So we're going to replay the Brad Rogers interview in its entirety in the next hour. Let's talk about dive bars, Johnny. Now, you don't know what a dive bar is. But what a dive bar is, it's your little neighborhood bar that looks maybe like it's a little scary to go into, but it's really not. When you get inside, it's really a nice place, nice people, and it's just a cool place to hang out close to your home. Well, this Yahoo Food has the top 21 in the country. Alpine Inn in Portola Valley, California. It's called Zots, because it used to be Rosati's and everyone just calls it that. Second, it looks like an old-timey saloon from the movie Tombstone. So that'd be pretty cool, huh? Then the next one is the Back Porch and B&B Bar. I know you slept with my sister. A woman said the first time he went to the back porch, since I was 20, I don't think that's something I did, but it was the Black Hills of North Dakota. It's South Dakota. It's in Spearfish, South Dakota. Then there's Bert's Tiki Lounge in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The Claremont Lounge in Atlanta, Georgia. If I had a nickel for every time I was in the Claremont Lounge. Claremont Lounge is a institution. It's a double hit. It's a neighborhood dive bar, but the bar's in the basement. It used to be a former flop house in the 30s, 20s, and 30s. It was a flop house. Well, the basement is a bar. The upstairs is, how do we say that it's women dancing? We'll just leave it at that. Okay? And it's a tourist mecca. Tourists flock to this place because some of the ladies in the upstairs dancing are in their 70s.
Oh, my. Listen, yeah, I'm looking at the website right now. Jennifer Lawrence, Liam Hemsworth.
Oh, yeah, the Claremont Lounge, yeah.
Mumford & Son.
Oh, it's a huge deal, the Claremont Lounge.
John Draper.
Dan's Cafe in Washington, D.C. is on the list. Dry Creek in Austin. From the diary of Thriller sage David Blend, I spent 4 years of college trying to get Sarah Ransom to like me. I wasn't alone. The woman spent almost 50 years running Dry Creek, a one pool table fixture on Mount Bonnell with a rickety upper deck that miraculously supported the aimless generation of college slackers and regulars alike. Right there in Austin. Then you got Duck Island in Cleveland, Ohio. Then you have another place I've been to. Happy Village in Chicago, Illinois. Parked on a nondescript residential corner like so many quintessential Chicago taverns, Happy Village nails many of the expected dive bar essentials. Darkness, check. The feeling you might be drinking in someone's basement, check. Visit from a dude selling tamales out of a cooler, Check. So, you know, but that's a happy village. It's in a little neighborhood, and it's just a great place. Linda's Tavern in Seattle, Washington made the list. Magnolia Bar and Grill in Louisville, Kentucky. Make no mistake, there's absolutely no grill inside, but you're not there for the food anyway. So, Nye's Polonaise Room in Minneapolis. Then you got Old Miami in Detroit, Michigan. Makes absolutely no sense to me. You got the Real M N REENL, the letter M N. There's a dive bar in Sumptown. What's up, Yama Hill Pub? But Real IM gets extra love for what it represents. One of the last glimmers of its neighborhood formed self. Southeast Division Street has quickly evolved from a quiet blue-collar hood to a constantly changing sea of new hip restaurants, except for the Real MN. So the Real MN makes the list. Rudy's Bar and Grill in New York City makes the list. Santa's Pub in Nashville, Tennessee makes the list. Silver Peso in Larkspur, California makes the list. The Smog Cutter in L.A. and Los Angeles, California makes the list. Snake and Jake's Christmas Lounge in New Orleans. And this just looks like a rundown shack. The last time I went to Snake and Jake, sometime after 3 a.m., the perfect time to enter the grungy tilting shack. A woman in her 40s leaned backward off her bar stool, looked deep into my eyes while upside down, cackled hysterically, and then tried to have a totally normal "how are you tonight" conversation with me. The Sundown Saloon in Boulder, Colorado. It's tucked underneath the Walking Mall that is Boulder's Pearl Street. The Tam in Boston. The Tam is a kryptonite of the theater district and is the kryptonite to the theater district inhabitants. It's a no-frills bar parked amid those horrible clubs as a single beacon of sanity. Then you got Wisteria Tavern in Pensacola. That's the third place I've been to. Wisteria Tavern in Pensacola. No one needs a Florida Beach cabin when they can have the Wisteria. Without its red-lettered sign, the squat gray rectangle on a cinder block looks like a house you'd end up after a night out at another Pensacola dive, but instead there's pinball and pool and over 100 beers, and they got like 20 taps in that place. It's a great place in Pensacola, but you got to know it's there. So out of the top 21 bars in the country, I don't know if that says something or not about me, out of the top 21 dive bars in the entire country, I've been to 3 of them. How random is that? That's kind of random, isn't it? So we got domestic abuse problems right now. You know, it's in the news right now. The chief and sheriff say it's one of the number one calls they get when they go out. Well, a young lady had a unique way of getting out of an abusive situation. She's a victim of domestic abuse. She called 911 for help, but was unable to directly discuss what was happening to her, so she used a code-like conversation. Fortunately, the dispatcher did not take her call lightly. Instead, he became intuitive and analyzed her situation very carefully. Read the transcript. Here's the transcript of the conversation. Now, see if you can tell me how smart this is. 911, where is your emergency? 123 Main Street. Okay, what's going on there? I'd like to order a pizza delivery. Ma'am, you've reached 911. Yes, I know. Can I have a large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms, and peppers? I'm sorry. You know you called 911, right? Yeah. Do you know how long it will be? Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency? Yes, I do. And you can't talk about it because there's someone in the room with you. Yes, that's correct. Do you know how long it will be? I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in the house? Nope. Can you stay on the phone with me? Nope. See you soon with the pizza. Thanks.
Oh, my God.
According to the dispatcher, he checked the history of the address given by the lady and found out there were records of multiple domestic abuse from the previous calls. Finally, the officer arrived at the house, immediately saw the lady in bad shape with her drunk boyfriend. He was arrested for beating her. The dispatcher said she was intelligent enough to pull that kind of trick, and an emergency call is the most memorable for him of all time. That's ingenious.
That is. Wow, I would have never...
Because when I first started reading, I'm like, does she know she's called 911? She's ordered a pizza.
Yeah.
Do you know you called 911? Yes, I do. Then it dawned on the 911 operator, oh, she's probably got somebody there, so she can't talk on the phone. there are numerous ways to get out of domestic abuse. And if you have a drunk boyfriend or something and they're going and they're all over you and all, look, you're drunk. Can I get you something to eat? Let's order a pizza or something. That's an ingenious way to call 911 and save yourself. Mm-hmm. When I read this story, I was like, wow, that hopefully women will hear this story. And you never want a woman to be in a domestic abuse situation. Mm-hmm. But this is another tool now they may be able to use as a way to get the police there, because you can't pick up the phone and say, I'm calling the police, because that just exacerbates the situation.
Yeah.
So this is another tool, and I thought it was ingenious how she was able to keep her calm, say she was ordering a pizza. I mean, she went with the pepperoni on one and the pepperoni, mushrooms, and peppers on the other. I mean, you got to sell it, I'm sure, but she sold it pretty good. And you never like to see domestic abuse. You never want to see that. Mm-hmm. But that's one of the best ways I've ever seen of someone trying to get out of a domestic abuse by calling the police without letting their abuser know the police are being called. And kudos to the 911 operator, too, for picking up on that.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of 911 operators, what would they do when they got their call?
Hang up.
Look, this is 911. Don't prank call us and hang up.
Yeah.
I would think there was nothing wrong. Originally when you heard the call.
Well, it's good that he looked back in the history too and saw the domestic.
911. Where's your emergency? 123 Main Street. Okay, what's going on there? I'd like to order a pizza for delivery. Ma'am, you've reached 911. Yes, I know. Can I get large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms, and peppers? I'm sorry, you called 911, right? Yes, I do. How long will it be? So he finally was able to pick up on it, and it worked out, which is a good thing. The woman was saved. The boyfriend was taken into custody. So just another way you can use, just another tool you can use if you have to get an abuser, call the police on an abuser without them knowing that you're calling the police on them. Coming up next, Mayor Kent Gwynn joins the show. Talk about the city of Ocala and what's going on with a search for a new city manager. Right here next on the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on The Source.
Are you in the process of planning your wedding reception? Or are you planning that birthday party for someone special? Or maybe you're just looking to throw a party for yourself? Are you in charge of this year's company outing and looking for something fresh and fun to do? Well, KT Entertainment is your answer to all those questions. We provide music, trivia, and karaoke for everybody's enjoyment. If you would like to get in touch with KT Entertainment and find out about our competitive prices, call us at 352-512-2611. That's 352-512-2611. Or you can find us on the web at kt4fun.com. That's KT, the number 4, fun.com. So remember, whether it's a wedding reception, a party, or a company outing, it's KT Entertainment for all your karaoke, trivia, or musical needs.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant.
My name is Bo Briggs. I'm a sixth-generation Ocalan. I practiced law with my father at the Briggs Law Firm. Over the years, we've seen many changes to Ocala and many changes in our profession. What has not changed is our commitment to our clients. You will speak with and get to know your attorney. That will never change. A lawyer will personally handle your case, not a paralegal. So if you've been injured in an accident and would appreciate personal attention, you can reach us at 671-4600 or learn more at thebriggslawfirm.com.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. The president meeting with health and national security teams at the White House on the government's Ebola response. The State Department, meanwhile, responding to questions about a memo making the case for bringing non-citizens here for treatment.
The document referenced was drafted by a mid-level official but not cleared by senior leaders.
State Department spokesperson Jen Psaki adding,
there are no plans to medevac non-Americans who become ill with Ebola to the United States.
But there are indications it had been circulated within the State Department and to at least one outside federal agency.
Fox's Mike Emanuel. The defense secretary lays out an Ebola policy for troops returning from hotspots, a mandatory quarantine of 21 days.
The Army had already announced it would impose such a policy. This new order applies to all branches of the military.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland. And the Fed planning to keep a key interest rate at a record low to support a job market it says is improving but not fully healthy. Fox News. We report, you decide.
I'm Lex Friedman. I run my own business, so I know from experience, hiring new employees can be tough. Posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the top job sites, and now you can. With ZipRecruiter.com, you can post your job to 50-plus job sites, including Craigslist, LinkedIn, and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll in to ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 200,000 businesses. And right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/info. That's ZipRecruiter.com/info. One more time, to try it for free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/info.
Alice?
Yes, George?
I'm royalty at Devon Self Storage now on Highway 200 across from Hobby Lobby. It says so right here in this letter.
George, I read that letter too, and it's Devon's loyalty rewards. Pay 3 months in advance, get 5% off. Pay 6 months in advance, get 7% off. Pay 12 months in advance and get 10% off.
See, Alice, Devon Self Storage treats me like royalty. Just call them at 873-0777.
Yes, George, yes.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
Now is the time to take advantage of Florida Credit Union's CD specials. Our 36-month CD comes in at 1.26% APY. A 24-month is working for you at 1.0% APY. And our 12-month at 0.75% APY. All CD rate specials require $10,000 minimum. With friendly service and rates like these, it's not hard to see why Florida Credit Union has your CD options covered. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Call 352-237-8222 for more information. Must act by 1/15/14.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
We are The Source, WOCA.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala on a Wednesday, kind of an overcast day. Got up hot, ended up getting 87 degrees, got hot today. It is time for Coffee with the Mayor, but the mayor's not here. He is on the phone, so we're not going to have coffee. We're just going to have a conversation, Mr. Mayor. Kent Gwynn joins us. Hi, sir. How are you?
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
You know, I can't complain, and Buddy never listens when I do, Kent, so it really doesn't matter one way or the other.
To me either.
Yeah. Kent, let's get
listen to me.
Let's get right into it. We talked last week about Buddy Martin had called the city now as being run by a headless horseman without a city manager. Is there an interim city manager? Matt Brower's last day is tomorrow. Where do we stand now after tomorrow?
Yeah, the interim city manager is a young lady by the name of Sandra Wilson, who heads up our HR. Excuse me. And then I think November the 4th, we're going to, or shortly there, no, I think it's the 10th, we're going to have a special meeting that Council President McLeod has called, and we're going to name an interim city manager, and that'll probably be a gentleman by the name of John Zobler. And then they'll decide at that point in time if they want to do a national search or not. And Mr. Zobler can put his name in the hat, but they'll see what they're going to do. I believe it's on the 10th.
Now, when you say a national search, that opens it up to would then they get a consulting company to come in and help them with that search, or is that something that the city council and the city staff could do? What's the steps there?
No, there's a firm we used. Gentleman's name is Colin Basinger. He's the same one that did the one for Alachua County. He's also the same person that did the search for when we had Rick Horse previously, and they do a really good job. You'll probably get about 150 to 200 applicants, and from that you'll probably whittle it down to 20, 25, and from that you'll probably whittle it down to about 5. You would invite them to Ocala. You do a lot of due diligence and homework on them, and from there, have a lot of community meetings and have other people meet them and, make a decision from that point. And it's pretty obvious when you get the 5 together. It was for us when we hired Rick Horst, who it should be. So kind of envision that to happen.
Now, you were part of the city council when Matt Brower was hired as well, correct?
Yes, I was.
Now, when we talk about, because you've done this, I think twice now, you've had to hire a city manager. Is that correct?
Yeah, Susan Miller was city manager when I was here. When I came on board in 1999, she'd been there about 6 months, and then we hired, Paul Nugent, Rick Horse, and
Matt Brower.
Matt.
So you've done this 3 times, so you're pretty well versed in what goes into this. What's the timetable for this? Is this something that could be done in 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months? What's the timetable for this?
You're probably looking about from the time you hire them to the time they send the applications out. You're probably looking at 90 days.
Okay. Now, in that 90 days, the interim runs, so the interim does everything a city manager does, so there's not going to be any downtime. The city will still run business as usual.
Oh, yeah. I mean, John Zobler used to be a assistant city manager, was there for, I think, 25 years when he retired. So he's well versed in what's going on in the city and would have no problem whatsoever in running the city.
Now, do you with Kent? Now, I know you don't have a vote on this, but do you think the best if Kent Gwynn, if I had to ask Kent Gwynn right now, which I'm going to do, is the best option a local search or a national search? Which way would you come down on the situation?
A national search, because those folks that want to throw their name in the hat can obviously do that and apply. So, if they're the best ones, then their name will come out at the top.
All right, Kent, now let me ask you this. I was talking to somebody last night that's local in our area, and we were talking about the train track issue. And I'm not real clear on the train track issue, and I know that you are. Now, is there grant money to improve the track, or is that grant money to maybe move the track, or is that grant money there to come up with a way that the train track will operate with a boutique hotel and a parking deck? And we're talking about the train track that is in the middle of Osceola now. The train comes down daily. That $2.4 million grant, first off, is that the right amount of that grant? And what's that grant specifically going to be used for?
Okay, yeah, that's the wrong amount. It's half that. It's $1.2 million, and it's to fix all the area around the track, embed it where it's not. But I think most of it is. Clean all that area up, do the brick pavers, and just, beautify the area.
Could it be used to relocate the track?
You mean as far as get rid of it or move it to one side or the other?
Well, because I'm just an old boy from South Georgia. I'm not that smart. But it would seem to me, if you could join the track from where it runs out on Maricamp out to where it ends out almost to Lake Ware High School. And if you brought it up, there's where the track is now and where the regular CSX line is over at the end of the Greenway. It seems like to me that's probably, 2 miles distance? You could create a new track and join that track with the CSX main track and do away with the track that comes into downtown altogether. Am I wrong there?
Well, no, I think you're right, but that would be a CSX question whether they would want to do that or not. I would just assume get rid of the entire track and not have it come through the downtown and do something like you were talking about doing. But I mean, that hasn't been discussed at this point in time that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I was out there looking, and I was like, why don't they just run this track right over there to the main track, and you could just that'd take care of all that problem because the train wouldn't have to come through downtown then.
Yeah, I mean, if they could figure out a way to get the product out to the shores where that track runs to, and that's where it's needed. Yeah, if they could figure out a way to do that, then that would be wonderful. And the train wouldn't come through here, but that train track came downtown back in the late 1800s. When Ocala was a different time and a different place, and there was a CSX station right there on the square, right in back of the hotel, old Ocala Hotel at that time. So that was obviously a different time, and Seminole feed they don't. I don't think use it much anymore, and they could just do a little spur off of there, which would work. They could pull it in and back it out, and that'd be fine. But yeah, it's that's worthy of looking at, but you got to get CSX buy-in on that. That's the difficult part.
And right now we need something to be done because you can't have a train come blow its horn at 2 a.m. coming right by a hotel. You just can't have that.
Well, and what we had worked on, I mean, that's happened once in the past 5 years. So what we had talked about doing was having just a police escort. They would notify us, let's say, in 48 hours of going there. And what you can do is you can just have like kind of a rolling roadblock. You can block Fort King and you can block Broadway with lights, so they don't have to blow the horn. And when they're coming across the boulevard, and so it's not a problem. We've worked that out. So that's what the plan is there.
Okay, now let's talk about something that happens every year downtown, Light Up Ocala, one of the biggest events in our area.
Right.
What does the Light Up Ocala mean to the merchants of this area, the yearly event? What's it mean monetary-wise to our merchants of the downtown area?
Yeah, I don't know the actual dollar amount that it means, but it's significant. I mean, you've got tens of thousands of people down there for that event, and it's very significant. So yeah, it's good. It's good for the merchants downtown. It's good for merchants all around.
And now, you being the mayor is the person that interacts with the police chief. You oversee the police department here. How many meetings in all do you have? Have you had about Light Up? When do you start having meetings about Light Up Ocala and the safety of Light Up Ocala? And is there a great plan in place for safety there?
Well, I know that Chief Graham has probably had some meetings with Parks and Rec who put that on. I've not been involved in any of those meetings at this point in time, but I'm sure that we will, shortly make me aware of it. But they haven't as of yet. But I can assure everybody that's listening, it will be safe, and there will be lots of police present at the event.
Do you know if it's going to be the same way it was last year, Kent, with the big tree on the old side of the library, and then
right.
with the setup across 40, where last year they had fun houses and all across 40 and everything, where it takes in the entire downtown, not just the square?
Yes, it will be. It'll be just like it was last year, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, that's what people really like about that. You know, they spread it out, and it worked real good. A lot of people enjoyed that.
Well, a couple years ago, I know you had Mr. Travolta join you on stage as the lights were thrown on. Any surprises this year for the stage, or just the mayor going to say Happy Holidays?
Well, you know, the honor for that goes to council president, but I haven't heard anything. You know, I might call his people and ask if we're doing anything this year. So we'll see.
Well, maybe we could get maybe we get Buddy Martin to throw the lights or something this year.
Well, we could.
Mayor Kent Gwynn, thanks so much for taking time out for us. I know your day's a busy day. Thanks for taking time out for us, keeping us updated on the city, and we'll see you in here next Wednesday when Buddy's back.
Okay, I am out at the Bruce Fischel putt-putt golf tournament.
I knew that's where you were, and I was trying not to talk about that because Bruce is just all over me. How's the PA system working out there, by the way?
Well, I haven't walked outside yet, so we'll see.
Okay, because I know the guy that owns that PA system. He's a pretty good guy. A guy named Tom, good guy.
Yeah, he is a good guy.
Hey, Mayor, win this thing for us today.
All right, I'll take him down.
All right, there you go, Kent Gwynn.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Mayor of Ocala. He's out at Ocala Golf Club for the annual putting tournament to benefit the Humane Society of Marion County. Go out there. It's full. You can't putt, but you can go out there and get a food ticket, get the best hamburger in town, Bruce Fischel special hamburger, out at Ocala Golf Club. Muni to those of us play golf. Go out there right now. That's where the mayor's at. I see him coming towards the building, Johnny Walker. Buddy Martin arriving in the studio. Maybe we'll get him to say hello next on the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on The Source.
Do you feel arthritis pain with every step you take? Do you struggle with pain and stiffness in your knees or hips? If so, you may qualify for a research study of acute pain associated with osteoarthritis. Rinstar Medical Research is conducting a research study for individuals over the age of 18 who have osteoarthritis in the knees or hips and are not satisfied with the pain relief current treatment. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigation medication at no cost. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. To learn more about this osteoarthritis study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. That's Rinstar Medical Research, 352-629-5800. Imagine yourself in a quaint bistro right in the heart of a charming French village about to indulge in real French cuisine. Located in beautiful, vibrant downtown Ocala, La Cuisine offers authentic French cuisine and wine from an award-winning menu. Patrice and Elodie moved to Ocala in 2009 because they fell in love with it. You're going to fall in love with La Cuisine if you haven't already. La Cuisine offers a quick bite for lunch or a leisurely dinner in a comfortable and relaxed setting. So call La Cuisine of Ocala today at 352-433-2570. It's like a direct call to Paris.
Eye Care Center of Ocala is centered on patient satisfaction. Our friendly doctors and staff are here to serve all of your family's eye care needs under one roof. Our optometric physicians take great pride in offering every patient the absolute best in vision care utilizing state-of-the-art technology. We're located about 2 miles west of I-75 on State Road 200. You can schedule an appointment for the Eye Care Center by going to www.eyecarecenerofocala.com or you can call us at 352-512-0560.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
News Talk 1370. WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live? That's right. No tape shows here. We know that the news doesn't sleep. And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara. And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment. Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala with Buddy Martin. Got about 2 minutes to go in the show here in the first hour. Buddy Martin joins us now. Buddy had the mayor on. Mayor says that they're going to probably do a national search for a city manager.
Why does everything run smoothly? Oh, here we go. Why does everything run smoothly whenever I'm not here? I mean, then I get on the show and everything kind of falls apart. What's up with that?
Johnny Walker gets nervous when you walk in.
I'm not getting nervous.
It's not Johnny. It's not Johnny.
No, I'm just not paying attention to time.
Yeah, that would be more like it, yes, which is understandable. So, that was a good interview, by the way. I kind of a little bit resentful of the comment that both of you said I never listened to what you said. It's true.
No, I didn't. I said I could complain to Buddy Martin, but he wouldn't listen to me complain anyway.
Yeah, I know. I heard you.
Well, you don't listen to me complain.
What?
See?
That's funny.
But I think the national search is the proper way to go
his
there.
point was, I think, if I heard it right, people who are here can apply anyway.
Yes. Oh, of course.
So will you be applying?
No.
Oh, okay.
Should I apply?
Okay,
I'm applying for county administrator.
Let's apply for tweets and quotes. I got one real fast here. Pretty good today. Little tweet. Number one, I don't know the key to success, but the key to failure is trying to please everybody. Anonymous. Number two, you have to put in many, many tiny efforts that nobody sees or appreciates before you achieve anything worthwhile. Brian Tracy. Tom Smith, that's you, right?
Yeah, there you go.
This is the one I got just for you today. You're going to love this. The most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Ronald Reagan.
Exactly.
Did that get a rise out of you? All right, coming up, we got an interview that was so good that JJ wants you to send a copy to him.
I sent a copy to him. I took care of JJ today already.
And Brad Rogers is always good, and this is especially a good one. He will have a special rewind of that coming up next hour. Then we'll be checking back in with you to talk about our big show with Terry Bradshaw today at 5:30, so stay tuned to the Voice of Ocala.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on The Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Do you feel arthritis pain with every step you take? Do you struggle with pain and stiffness in your knees or hips? If so, you may qualify for a research study of acute pain associated with osteoarthritis. Red Star Medical Research is conducting a research study for individuals over the age of 18 who have osteoarthritis in the knees or hips and are not satisfied with the pain relief current treatment. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigation medication at no cost. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. To learn more about this osteoarthritis study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. That's Rinstar Medical Research, 352-629-5800. If you've been hearing about the crowded Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lake Weir sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lake Weir. Seating now available.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Hi, Danny Werfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
You're listening to WOCA, Ocala. Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler.
There are no plans to medevac non-Americans who become ill with Ebola to the United States.
State Department spokeswoman Jen Psaki insists an internal memo outlined the possible use of U.S. medevac planes to transport Ebola-infected aid workers to their own countries. The Army already isolating a general and other troops. Now, members of all branches of the military who've been in Ebola hot zone countries face monitoring.
Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel said the Pentagon is moving forward with plans for a 21-day symptom monitoring period.
For our men and women who would be returning from West Africa.
Secretary Hagel has ordered the Joint Chiefs to come up with the specifics on how the monitoring will work within 2 weeks.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland, his gun went off while he was cleaning it. Former Major Leaguer Jose Canseco recovering after surgery. He shot himself in the hand. Fox News, we report, you decide.
I'm Lex Friedman. I run my own business, so I know from experience, hiring new employees can be tough. Posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the top job sites, and now you can. With ZipRecruiter.com, you can post your job to 50-plus job sites, including Craigslist, LinkedIn, and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 200,000 businesses. And right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/info. That's ZipRecruiter.com/info. One more time, to try it for free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/info.
Yes, it's time again for Buddy Martin. Call him up and tell him what you're thinking. But be kind because he's doing the best he can.
I'm just sick of all the amateur stuff, you know? I mean, like, if I'm paying top dollar, I want a little production value, you know? Like some editing, transition, something, some music.
Don't worry, we didn't leave you.
He's gone? He's not gone. That's the whole point. He's never gone.
Our bosses say we gotta stay.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei. It's time for the second hour of The Voice of Ocala.
Hoo-ah! You ever come across anything like time travel?
Come on, stick around. It's free.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you still win.
Our friend Brad Rogers, editorial page editor of the Star Banner, is here. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. Probably nothing. Probably Gator football or something.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Brad and I got a lot to talk about this next hour. And he joins us after a respite. We had the contract negotiations with Brad. It took a long time. He wanted to double his money, which we did. We brought him back. So it's good to have him back on the program. In hour two, Angie Lewis is back. She's been on the road. She's been in Nashville, whatever. She's always into no good. And actually all good. But then at 5 o'clock, we have our show, Southern Pigskin Tonight, which will be featuring Terry Bradshaw tonight. I hope you'll enjoy it. I think you will. So be sure and stay in tune for that. And also, Tom Schmitz is back. And thankfully, Johnny Walker is here. We haven't run him off yet, but he's here today, and we're grateful every time he shows up. So it's a bit surprising when he shows up, but it's good to have him back. So, all right, Brad, where you been, man?
Living in Ocala.
Living large in Ocala,
Living
like you
large.
always are. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Writing those scathing editorials.
I think I've been pretty mild.
But you've been pretty mild lately. We're going to change that. I like it when you're not mild, when you're spicy.
Well, it's election season. Got to kind of wait until the dust settles after the election.
Speaking of which, one of the things I'm hoping to get from you, I like to sort of.
I'm trained, aren't I? I know how to give you that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to get in before the hour is over, and I'm hopefully will, because I know we have another direction or two to go here, into some of the elections.
Yes, sir.
Because frankly, other than the governor's race, we know the locally is not a whole lot going on. There's a school board, of course, but there's nothing that really excites anybody.
School board's pretty exciting.
School board's nuts, of course. But anyway, just on that, and of course, some of the legislature and congressional. I saw a sign the other day that somebody's running for Congress. My wife said, "Who's that?" I said, "I have no idea."
Kohler?
Yeah. So I have no idea.
I think he's got a pretty good line, though. Country before party. Wouldn't that be refreshing?
It will be a novelty, because right now it's party before everything. Listen here. This may or may not be exaggerated, but I know a guy, and you know him, who's a pretty high profile person, who used to be in politics, who was approached by the leadership committee? Is that what it is? Republican leadership committee? Right. Is that the group? It's not Kurt Kelly, but it's the other group.
Right.
Who approached this guy and said, we'd like to put you up here and down the line someplace, maybe county commission or whatever. I said, but you're going to have to sort of change. You're going to have to change some of the things you say and how you say them, and et cetera, et cetera. And this guy said, no, thank you. I don't need you, and you're not going to tell me to change. I'm not going to change. And this same person once said to me, this is not Republican bashing, it's just a fact where there's a right side to every party and a left side. This Republican contingent runs this town, runs this community, and in this case tried to run this man's life, tell him what to do. And he said, no, I'm not going to do that. So the machine, you know what I'm saying? The machine wanted to tell him, you need to change to conform to our ways. What we need is individuals. People who don't answer to parties. I don't care if it's Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever it is. We need individuals, like you said, refreshing, country over party. Wouldn't that be it's a great slogan. It's a great slogan. Can it ever happen?
That he even thought it.
Yeah.
That the man even thought that. Because what you're saying is that if you're actually serious about running for office in this town, you better put party above all else.
It's Gestapo.
You better drink the Kool-Aid.
Yep.
And you better walk in lockstep. And sadly, I know these people, some of them are my friends, but our elected officials in this town, on the countywide elected boards, for most of them, that's their job. They have to have that job.
Professional politicians.
They are.
Yeah.
I mean, they need that job, and by golly, they want that pension.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that as long as they really run they run things right. Be for something. You said it 1,000 times.
Over and over.
Yeah.
Be
for something.
I know what you're against. We're all against higher taxes.
Yeah.
And we're all against more government. But sometimes you have to have those things if you're for something.
He's just getting warmed up, folks. Here he goes. I can see sort of the reds coming up to right behind his
we got
ears.
We got a leadership crisis in this town.
Wow. In the county.
We've got a leadership crisis in this community, and in the past 2 weeks we have lost our county administrator, and now we've lost our city manager, and whether you liked everything they did or they didn't do, those were the guys who were moving this community forward in numerous ways, and the loss of their leadership, and I'm sure you're going to want to come back to those two subjects, but the loss of those two leaders really is significant to this community. Whether you liked everything about Lee Niblock or not, we have a nationally award-winning park system in this county that you go by any county park on a weekend, it's packed. People love our parks, whether it's a baseball park or whether it's Kearney Island or whether it's KP Hole. They love our parks. That's what Lee Niblock did for this community. Whether you like everything Matt Brower did, and obviously there's people who didn't, You go downtown on a Friday or Saturday night, there's stuff happening. It's shaking. And that's what people want. I mean, Ken Ford at IHMC is fond of telling me that he recruits the brightest minds, literally the brightest people in the world, the geniuses in our world. And he says they want to live in a place where there's cool stuff to do. I think that's what we all want. We want to live in a place that's cool stuff to do.
Dr. Ford stays, by the way, at the Silver Springs State Park. Oh, that's where he actually